Alright guys, welcome. We are here at the post-race for today's British Grand Prix, the final round of the SCL 22 Formula One World Championship. Fortunately, I don't have the final standings up here on the map, but I believe Twindy can read them out to me. Read them out to the fans there, Twindy. If you have it. You left the room though. I know it was...
I got the... okay, Tier's got it.
Do you want me to read them off?
Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and read your own finish.
Alright, in first place you got yours truly, Tier Nizzle. In second place, we got It's PT. Third place, we got Cali Vital. Fourth place, Muttley. Rounding out the top 5 is Wreckage. In 6th, we have Rosta, or Rosta. And finally, in 7th, we have Official.
All right, good job, guys. We'll start off with our winner as today's British Grand Prix champion, Tier Nizzle, his second Formula One win of the season. That also clinched him the Season 22 Formula One World Championship to go with his Camel GT title over on the North American Tour. Tier looked like in that race, when it was raining hard early, PT had the fastest car. As it started to dry, you just took off and you were running 2-3 seconds quicker a lap for a while there until it started to balance out. How'd you see that race, and congratulations?
Appreciate it, and overall, that race, I think, more than anything, I was trying to get used to that stability control. This is the first race I've had it, because I noticed, even in qualifying, I wasn't even really competitive with people who were using it, so I finally decided to use it, and took me a while to get used to it. I like to drive hard into the corner and just kind of coast through, because I really like a loose car, and you really can't do that, so I think that first third of the race was me, getting used to it and dealing with the rain as well. But once I started, figuring how to drive the car with the stability control, then I feel like, yeah, I can finally clinch it back up. My heart sunk a little bit when I saw PT taking off, and he did a good job in the beginning there. Then, I finally got my head down and got caught back up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was another terrific run. The as we said, in the full wet, it appeared as though PT was very fast when rain was coming down real hard. As you said, you were still getting used to that. It was far from a done deal between any of the top 4 or 5 guys at that early part of the race. But as the race went on, I think that the race came to you and you took it. PT did as good of a job as he could. He really didn't drive himself out of it like we've seen him do in the past. But the truth was, the track came to you. If it had rained longer, he might have been able to hang on a little longer. But once you got going, those lap times started dropping. And there's one other thing Twindy pointed out that's I can't emphasize it enough. We use the tech package we do because we're running spec, because you can't tune out certain things. And the truth is, the top 4 drivers all had some form of it on, and the drivers that were really far stuck in the back all had nothing on. And that just, especially in the wet, I think that told the story. But Tier once again came out and proved that you were here to take it. PT's not with us. He had a good run in second. We'll get a word real quick from Cali. Cali coming home in third. Another consistent run, another podium finish. You made a crack at it, but it just didn't look like it was going to be your day with Tier and PT out there.
No, I was just running the best I could and ended up where I was. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you did exactly what you had to do. I've been in that position many times running, especially Camel GT. I realize I can't hang with the top 2 or 3 guys and wind up saying I'm going to stay where I'm at. But I thought you ran well. It didn't look like you didn't look overwhelmed by the track conditions. But at no point in the race did it seem like the race was coming to you. and I think that was tough. But got to just say to you, we're real brief. We got to rush through this. Hell of a season. Overall, you were the most consistent driver all season. I think next season you're definitely going to be one of the favorites in this series.
Oh yeah.
And we spent a lot of time in the broadcast taking a look at the surprise of the race, who really came out and had himself a hell of a run, was Muttley. Qualified 5th, wound up finishing 4th, was through the first half in the wet, was every bit as quick as the championship contenders until, you know, this track started to change. So Muttley, you had a hell of a race. How did it play out for you? Yeah, they're not here. They're not hearing you, Muttley, on the mic. But yeah, we got to rush through anyway. But yeah, you had a hell of a race. I mean, you early on, and it's going to be what we're going to wrap up here with. We'll congratulate Wreckage on a terrific top 5. I hate to rush over your comments, but got to get to Rosta. Came in here with the championship lead. 1 week ago, we were having this talk, Rosta. You gambled on the time you made the pit stop, and it won you the race. Fast forward 1 week, and you came in and went for those slicks. I'm almost certain you went to slicks. And I think that Muttley has a big part of that, because where you were at on the track, he was a surprise and was racing you legit up there, and I think you made a gamble, but you made a right call. You decided to get you some clear track. I just think that maybe you regretted those slicks, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure did. The back straightaway never dried out, and so I had to go so slow, or it spun me out so many times that just annihilated the. It was a bad idea with the slicks. It was a really good race with Muttley though. That was fun. But if the track would have dried out like pretty much the entire front half was great, but just one section in it was so bad that it took away anything I could gain, and then some. So
yeah, we could see it on the track.
A line through it, yeah.
Yeah, we
could. Other than that, it was good.
Yeah, we could see it on the track.
And it was terrible back on the wet. So the track kind of got into that middle point towards the end of the race, but I had just tried so many different things. I never really found a groove, but it still was a great race, and congratulate everybody. Cheer for winning it, and that was awesome.
No, yeah, that was a great run. I don't blame you for making that call by any means. You were in a position.
Had to try something.
You had to try something, and
Yep.
you definitely had, you were racing so hard with Muttley, you started to lose time, and I know the feeling of like I need to get clear track, and you're gambling that I'm gonna, you were probably thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were probably thinking something along the lines of, in another 5-6 laps, everybody's gonna want to go to slicks, so I'll just try to tiptoe it these first couple.
Yep, exactly.
And it's sometimes it works out.
Quick, but
yeah, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, but I don't blame you for trying. I always tell my drivers that you take a gamble. It's not that you're wrong, it's that the circumstances didn't fall the way you had hoped. But once again, hell of a season. As we said, you were very consistent all season. I think you've proven you're going to be a contender in this series should you run it, and any other series like this, IndyCar or whatnot. And yeah, we're going to have to wrap it up. Once again, congratulations to Tier Nizzle, your SCL 22 Formula 1 World Champion and British Grand Prix Champion. And we're getting to your about another 15 minutes, the qualifying for the Winston Cup race to Brickyard 400 will be opening up. I'm sure the channel will be open broadcasting that. So for Twindy and all of our drivers, Carlin Hicks signing off. We'll see you later on today.